Welcome to Reading with Rez. Today's story is Santa Bearclaws Checking It Once. November is a very important time of the year at the North Pole. Christmas is starting to draw near, and Santa Bearclaws has his list all done and ready, but the important task of checking it twice remains. Santa checks the list the first time, while it is Leonard's job as head elf to do the second and final check. "Amy, check," Santa starts. "Amy, double-checked," Leonard replies. "Andrew, check." "Andrew, double-checked." And on it goes over many, many days until the entire list has been checked twice. This year, however, Leonard was starting to act funny. After only a few hours until something finally happened shortly into the bees. "Becky, check." "Becky, checked and double-checked again and again. Checked once, checked twice, always the same, never a mistake," Leonard exploded.
"Leonard, is everything all right?"
asked Santa Bearclaws. The frizzled head elf sat huffing and puffing in a sort of confused, frustrated, and exhausted slump. "Sir," he finally said, "every year you check the list and then I double-check it. And every year I double-check it for no reason because you never make any mistakes. And this is making me crazy. I think it would be more useful doing another job."
"Well, maybe you don't need to be the elf checking it twice then," Santa said. "You have been working really hard here, Leonard, and I am sure we could find you one of the other elves to help with this."
"Well, I guess that would be okay," Leonard agreed. So Leonard returned to the main toy assembly line among the other elves. He found everything working smoothly, and so there was actually not that much for him to do. He created new ways to make the factory even more efficient, but this created even less work for him. Soon Leonard was just wandering around pretending to do work and look busy. Meanwhile, Santa was now checking the list only once. The elf who had replaced Leonard was a little too enthusiastic and more of a hindrance than a help. The three elves after him were the same. So Santa, now a bit behind, decided it would just be best to leave the elves out and to do it himself. A few weeks had passed into December. Leonard had exhausted all of his efforts to improve work all over the North Pole. One night he found himself walking aimlessly through the halls of the office. As he passed by Santa's office, he noticed that light had been left on and peeked in to find it empty. "I wonder how Santa has been doing with the list," he muttered to himself as he walked slowly over to the desks. "Surely it wouldn't hurt for me just to double-check this page Santa has here on top." So Leonard skimmed over the short list of names without much interest. But then something caught his eye near the bottom. Leonard had to take a second look to believe it. But somewhere in Santa's efforts to complete the list all on his own, he had forgotten to include the S's. It went straight from Ryan to Taylor. Early the next morning, Santa Bearclaws came into the office to find Leonard hard at work.
"Hey, Leonard, what are you doing here?"
"Sorry, sir, but I just kind of stumbled into a mistake on the list last night and had to fix it. Somewhere along the line, the S's got left out."
"Oh my," gasped Santa. "That would have been disastrous. You saved Christmas this year, Leonard."
"Well, actually, sir, it was me checking it again after you had finished with it," Leonard explained. "Checking it twice saved this mistake from happening. Would you mind if I came back to help you check the list over, sir?"
"Of course not. I would love that, Santa beamed. Who knows, maybe next year we should check it 3 times. The reindeer could help next time.
They both looked serious as they thought about it, then burst out laughing. I think twice is enough, sir. The end. This has been Reading with Rez. Tune in next time when we read Jack and the Beanstalk.